Well, welcome to our April edition of Keep It Local Jobs. And today we'd like to welcome Deanne from Shady Lane. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Shady Lane?
Absolutely. I'm happy to do that. I am Deanne Weyer. I'm the Director of Nursing here at Shady Lane. Been here for a long time. I'm actually entering my 21st year here at Shady Lane. We're a not-for-profit skilled nursing and assisted living community located in Manitowoc. We are community owned, and that's a little bit different term than a lot of people may be used to when you're talking about a long-term care setting. Basically what that means is we have a board of directors who is made up of volunteers from in the community. Typically we have a 15 member board, a community of nurses, physicians, attorneys, accountants, business leaders, really a nice variety of people that live and work in Manitowoc County. And that's who really guides us to make all of our decisions. So it's a little bit different structure. We're really an independent facility, so we're able to do things, a little bit differently. And I think that's what kind of sets us apart and what keeps us going for the type of facility that we are.
Okay. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the positions you currently have open?
On our campus, we have assisted living and nursing home. So what that means is basically we have residents cared for in an assisted living type setting. So those residents can be anywhere from very independent to needing more help with physical cares, medications, walking, getting a bath or a shower, getting dressed for the day or getting ready for bed at night. So we have positions in our assisted living. And those are called RA positions. They're, basically an aid to the residents. They do a lot of the same things that CNAs do. And in addition to that, they do also provide medication administration if residents do need that. We provide all of that training here on site. I have a wonderful RN who does all of the teaching for all of those classes. So we teach those on site here. And then you do have a certification in each of those classes that you have to take. That goes on a state registry through the state of Wisconsin. So those classes are good for you. That belongs to you. It's not specific to Shady Lane. So we do have caregiver positions open. So those positions, you can really start out with just someone who maybe just has an interest in providing care to people, maybe someone who has done it privately, maybe someone who is just starting out in healthcare and kind of wants to get their feet wet a little bit. Those are perfect positions for people to really get started. You don't have to have a CNA certification. You don't have to be going to nursing school or anything like that. You just really have to have a heart and desire to want to help people. And those are the folks that we're looking for. So we have full-time positions, which are, 80 hours in a 2-week time period. We have part-time positions. So can be a wide range of hours for part-time positions. We have casual positions. And seasonal positions. So a lot of these positions are covered like in summertime with our college students who come back from school and they're interested in working some extra hours. They maybe are going to nursing school or pursuing something in healthcare. And so we love it when our college students come back. So we have positions open that work with those hours as well. We have weekend only positions where we give some extra incentive for working just weekends. Some programs there for our weekend position. So we really have the full spectrum. Obviously, care like this is 24/7. So we've got all 3 shifts available, 6 to 2, 2 to 10, and 10 to 6. And then we've got some other shorter shifts in between. So we definitely have RA, caregiver positions available for our assisted living. On the other side of the campus, we also have nursing home beds. So basically those are residents that are either maybe on our rehab unit. They're coming in from maybe a hospital stay. They've had some kind of a setback in their health, and they're looking for that rehab type care. So they're getting probably a lot of therapies. We're doing a lot of things to try to get them back to their prior level of function. And typically the hands-on caregivers in those positions are CNA. So you do need to have a CNA certification to work on the nursing home side of the campus. We also have a long-term unit in our nursing home, and again, the hands-on care is done by the CNAs as well. The good thing about CNA positions here, also at Shady Lane, is that we partner with quality CNA training. They're throughout the state of Wisconsin, and we have a dedicated classroom. We are their Manitowoc county classroom site. So anybody that's interested in taking classes through them in Manitowoc takes their classes right here at Shady Lane. So we have a lovely classroom set up and a really good relationship with the program. This pandemic has definitely, led us to thinking outside of the box for trying to make sure that we can make programs like this and classes like this accessible for people that are interested in becoming CNAs. So we do, like I said, partner with quality CNA training, and they come in, they bring their instructors in, they have their classroom set up here, and they do all of the training for the CNA classes on site here. So for people that may be interested in becoming a CNA, we offer our classes here. We, if you're hired on as an employee of Shady Lane, we pay for the class. So all the expenses for the class itself, the test, the CNA test, and we also pay you for your time in class. So you're in class 12 to 15 hours a week, depending on how fast-paced the class is set up. And we pay actually for the time that you're in the classroom. So sometimes that's a barrier for people. I can't give up my regular work hours because I'm going to lose out on that, and so we try to eliminate as many of those barriers as we can, what might be holding somebody back who wants to do this work. We want to do everything we can to make it feasible for you by covering those expenses. So we have CNA classes coming up in June and July. I have one actually that's starting this month as well. That one's already rolling. So we have classes, like I said, in June and July, and those classes will be over in 4 weeks. They're really quick. They're a few nights a week, 3 to 4 nights a week, about 4 hours a night, and then there's a couple weekend classes in there. But we get you in and out pretty quick. And Quality has a really good reputation of turning out really good CNAs and have really wonderful experienced RN instructors that really teach people the right way, to do cares and to take care of residents. So it's a wonderful opportunity for hands-on caregivers on both sides of our campus. As an RA in assisted living, we do the training here. And if you're interested in CNA positions, or if you're already a CNA, we have part-time, full-time openings on the nursing home side as well.
It sounds like you have a lot of really good and interesting jobs and at different skill levels. So there's a lot of opportunity out there. So thank you for that.
Definitely.
So you have so many different positions, but what's a typical day look like?
It kind of depends on the position that you're doing. Obviously, we have our CNA, our hands-on caregivers. We do also have openings in our activity department. So some of our caregivers have opted to join the activity department along with providing hands-on care. And we do have some openings in activities as well. So, there's they're a special group of people that do activities. So, they really are the folks that are just kind of comfortable putting themselves out there, being a little silly, making people laugh. We don't care how great you sing, but if you're okay, kind of letting loose a little bit. Their day is structured a little bit differently. They start out their morning with providing cares, and then they go into the activity department the rest of the day. Nursing positions too. I have nursing positions open, RN, LPN, nurse intern positions as well, part-time and full-time. Positions open, and I always tell people that it's a big building. It's a big, group of residents to be responsible for. The days go fast. They're very busy, but we really focus on providing good quality care to people with chronic diseases. There's a lot of disease management that takes place in long-term care, and that's a lot of what our nursing team does is really manage complicated patients. The days of people coming into the nursing home because they're retired and they're looking for, a place to go to be social and things like that. People tend to come in sicker and they've got more complicating things going on. And as a nursing team, we do a lot of that management. So our nurses are doing a lot of communication with families, communication with physicians. They're doing a lot of assessments on our residents. We're dealing with insurance companies, working with therapy. So, our nursing team, as far as our, RN, LPN nurse interns, are really busy, doing that disease management and overseeing medication changes and monitoring residents after they have, med changes or changes in condition. We're highly involved in that. And that's really, the day-to-day ins and outs of the RN, LPN, and nurse intern. And our hands-on caregivers are just busy all day long, helping people get back and forth. We're back in the dining rooms again, so we're excited about that. For almost a year, pretty much almost exactly, my lights went out here, almost a year, we had really dining in resident rooms. We were passing 150 room trays for 3 meals a day for about a year. So, now that our residents are back in the dining room, our hands-on team is really instrumental in getting people back and forth to the dining rooms, helping get everybody ready for the day, showers, baths, like I said, on the assisted living side, helping with medication pass, helping out with activities, just doing anything and everything that the residents need, to make their days go well and smooth and have a good day.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the wages and the benefits that go with the jobs that you offer?
Sure. We do look at years of experience when we are bringing experienced caregivers in to join the team. So as far as with our nursing positions, we are looking at, years of experience when it comes to that. We do look at years of years of experience, but we also do look at what position you're committing to as well. Our weekend positions, the pay is structured a little bit different. For nursing, our like PM and night shift have a little bit different shift differential. Those are a little bit harder shifts to fill. So, the pay kind of reflects that. So, we're always open to looking at those, years of experience and what positions you're committing to try to figure those wages out. We're competitive with other facilities. We try to be in line with, what's going on at other facilities. That's important too, to make sure that, we're staying competitive, with what's going on around us. And then benefits as well. We have, health insurance, dental insurance, vision, 401k, short-term disability, and things like that. So we definitely, try to make sure people are taken care of and their families are taken care of, with their physicians here.
All right. So for anybody who's viewing today, can you let us know, how do I go about applying if I am interested in one of those positions?
There's a couple of options for looking at applications. Right now with COVID, we're still kind of keeping things a little bit too, not a ton of in person yet. So we're have applications available in our breezeway when you come in, so you don't actually have to come all the way into the building. You can come to the South 24th Street side of the building, which is 1235 South 24th Street, and right in the breezeway there by the main entrance, there is regular paper applications. And the other option is to just apply right through our website, www.shadylaneinc.com. There is a careers section there, and that lists all of our open positions. And as I kind of mentioned when we first started talking, Karen, we do have positions available in other departments as well. I know we tend to focus on nursing. That's our biggest department. We tend to focus on that, and that's my bad sometimes. But we do have openings in dietary. We have openings in housekeeping and laundry. So those are definitely critical positions to keep us rolling, as a facility. My other departments will attest, a lot of times I steal people from other departments. People are not quite sure, maybe they don't want to dive right into those caregiver positions yet, but they those feel just, I love little old people. I want to get to know them, but I'm not quite sure I'm ready to do those hands-on things that are required to be a CNA or an RA. So a lot of times we'll have people start out just in other departments, dietary, housekeeping, laundry. Frequently we'll have people that kind of start out in that environment, and you can just see that they have something special. They have something where you can see them visiting with the residents. You can see them going above and beyond and just doing something extra special. And those are the people that we watch for. They seem to have that connection and that desire to just make the day better for our people. Those are the ones that we'll tap into. I know they get a little nervous. They're like, stop talking to my people. And I'm like, I'm just mentioning that the CNA classes are starting, to people, because we try really hard to grow our own. There's opportunities on the campus. We have people here who have started in different positions, and we've watched them come in maybe as a CNA youth apprentice through the school system. They work with us all through high school. As they get into college or into nursing school, they transition into a nurse intern position. After a nurse intern, they, maybe take on an RN or an LPN role here. So we do definitely try to grow our own on the campus as well. When we see, good people who are committed to our facility, committed to our residents, we want to invest back in them and give them those opportunities. Tuition reimbursement, I don't think that's something I mentioned yet. We do tuition reimbursement as well. So, there's definitely opportunities here to grow and have more responsibility and more education in the time that you're here. So the easiest way to apply is to just go to our website, shadylaneinc.com, and there is the career section there, and there's an employment application. You can fill it online, and it just sends right over to us. That's probably the easiest way. Or if you prefer in person, again, you can stop by our facility and grab an application, and one of us will be happy to get in touch with you and schedule a time to meet. So we're looking for good people. We're looking for reliable people who just want to do a good job and who want to take care of our folks in whatever capacity it is. So we encourage people to reach out to us and apply and find out more information about us.
So one last question then. So
Sure.
If somebody does put their application in, how long till they will hear from you?
Don't be surprised if you get an email from me at 10 o'clock at night, if that's when you put in your application. We're all pretty, Johnny on the spot, because we know that, that people are applying for positions, and we don't want to keep you waiting, and we want to get good people in here as quickly as we can. So, all of us as department leaders really do try to reach out to people very quickly, within a day or two. We try to get back to people because, we know what the market's like too. We know that there's a lot of positions out there. So, when we find good people, we definitely want to scoop them up as quick as we can.
Sounds like it's a really nice place to work with so much opportunity for growth. That's really
Definitely.
Exciting for someone who's just starting a job.
Yep.
So I want to say
Definitely.
thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything else you'd like to add in, Dan?
No, nothing. I don't think that I can think of. I mean, if you can't tell, I do love my my Shady Lane, and a lot of us have been here for a long time. And I think, we have a very small leadership team. We really focus on, trying to make sure that, the residents have what they need and that they're well taken care of. And, that's the most important thing to us. And that's what we're looking for. So, we want people that definitely have that same vision and that same feeling that we do. And, if you know somebody that's interested even in taking the CNA class, we're open to that as well. There's a work commitment for the CNA class in exchange if we're paying for that. If not, if that doesn't work out for you, we still encourage you to sign up and take those classes and get started. And I don't think you'll find a career that's more rewarding than working in healthcare. So, we're excited. A lot of us love working here, and I've been here, like I said, I'm in my 21st year this month. So a lot of us, I always joke, once you work here, you're here. So you just stay. We don't let you go. So, that's what we're looking for, is folks just like that and that have that same kind of vision and that same heart, to do what we do every day.
All right. Well, thank you for everything you
bet.
do for the community and for your employees.
Thank you.
So-
Thanks for the opportunity to share too.